Hi everybody, welcome back to my Dungeon Boss campaign series. So we are starting Chapter 9. If we remember from the last time, Chapter 9 had a required level of 24. So I have since leveled myself up to level 24 to take on these dungeons here. But first, what I'm going to be doing, I'm actually going to be swapping out my team and switching things up a little bit. So a couple of things to note here. I finally got a hold of Sir William, so I'm going to be using him instead of Stonefist. And then I'm actually going to switch to Cobalt instead of Darius. And the reason being is long term, Cobalt will be a better option for me because he'll be a lot easier to star up. Whereas Darius, I'm going to have to require basically some guild rewards and stuff like that in order to get any star levels on her. I'm going to keep Ella in there for now because she has basically a little heal, and because she can daze, so that'll be helpful for bosses. Plus, I want to keep the elemental advantage in my favor by using dark heroes rather than switching over to somebody that might be at a disadvantage like Bulbous or Nitpick. These two will definitely work their way into my rotation, but not just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and summon William here. And then I'm going to go ahead and summon Cobalt as well. Best if I just go ahead and ascend William as well. Having two skills is certainly going to be nice. So I'll come back and I'll upgrade him in just a moment. There's Cobalt. I don't think I can ascend Cobalt yet. Nope, that's going to be a while before I ascend him. But looking at his stats, he doesn't have the best one just yet. This is the one I'm looking for, the gaining energy on death blow, but I'll get that eventually. So he'll start out a little bit underpowered compared to his end game counterpart, but should be decent enough. So let's just take a quick look at William versus Stonefist. Remember, I had wanted to use William for the longest time because of his normal speed versus Stonefist slow speed. So we're going to look at these guys just comparatively speaking. One of the biggest differences between Stonefist and William is that William is basically humanoid, which means he's going to be susceptible to diseases and freezing and stuff, where Stonefist normally isn't. So let's just take a quick look at the base stats at this level. So his attack was 471, and his defense 509, and his health was 1860. So let's go ahead and level William up first. We do need to use some of our XP potions. Now I have been purchasing the 400 packs every day in the shop, which you guys should be as well. It's the single best purchase you can do, and it's only 30,000 gold to do. If you're saving your gold like you should be, it should be very minor expense for you. The reason that I'm doing that is I want to make sure I have experience potions for when I get down to this phase here when I need to really level up people. So I've also been not really summoning too many heroes because I wanted to keep my experience cost and my gold cost in check as long as possible. So I'm focusing on the people that I'm using and only focusing on the better heroes as well. Alright, so we leveled him up to max. We'll throw our skills up a couple of notches here. We're going to do this for each member of our team as well, and then I'm going to install my runes as well. But we are going to just look at our stats as well. Alright, so moment of truth. Attack is similar, defense is similar, max health is a little bit lower. So all things considered, he's basically equivalent to Stonefist in my opinion. So once I go ahead and put some runes on him, he's actually going to be pretty tough. So I'll put the best of the best that I have on him. Looks like it's a bulwark and a life rune. Nothing great really, but it's better than nothing. And if I have a life rune here, which I don't, I'm going to keep that power rune for somebody else. Nature resist to be good for for William since he's got that elemental disadvantage against nature, so a little bit of extra buff there would be nice. I'll put this bulwark here. We'll actually put this one, which is a 2-star. A little bit of extra defense, nothing great, but better than nothing. And it looks like another life rune here. A little bit of extra health, which should be fine. Okay, so that takes care of William. We need to upgrade Cobalt here. I'll burn through some of these first. I don't want to max out on the low-level experience potions and then end up wasting them. So I figured I probably had a few days left before that happened. But you see these burning through them pretty quick. It actually is leveling them pretty well, so save some of my higher end potions here. Alright, we'll get them to 20 and then we'll switch potions here. If you are a VIP player, you'll get a lot more benefit out of your potions. Once you hit a certain threshold, you'll get a little extra bonus out of them, which is extremely handy. But I will never see that on this account. Alright, so Cobalt is set actually. Now I'm going to put, I have to put Darius's runes on him. This might impact my PvP a little bit, but my PvP is going to be changing anyways, so not a huge issue if I pull these off. Darius is going to be slowly phased out of my rotation. I think I doubt she's going to be used too much anymore just because I'm progressing at a rate that is just not something I can keep up with her. I'm not going to be able to level her up like I can with other heroes. So while she was useful, she was slowly becoming less useful. So we're going to put more power into Cobalt. So the best stuff that I got here. And Cobalt will probably stay in my rotation for much longer just because of his long-term capabilities here. So a little bit of extra attack there, and I'm also going to add the attack here as well because we want Cobalt to be just a pure glass cannon. I've never seen him built any other way, so I would assume everybody to go that route as well. We have a Taunter, which is supposed to be protecting him. This here is going to be the nice one. Massive attack, skill, and crit. That's going to make him basically beast mode. Life rune or battle rune? We have to go battle rune. And then all we have is life runes here. I'll give him the best one that I got so far. So, alright. So the other people on my team, I am keeping Yasmin. I am keeping Ella for now. Both of those guys, really all I'll do is I'll level up their skills a couple because I haven't been touching them. Just behind by a couple, and actually the first dungeon we run will level up here as well. Still managed to stay above 3 million gold, which is good. I'm trying to hoard that as best as possible. Okay, a couple of quests here. Let's claim this stuff here. Alright, let's get into our actual dungeons now. First up, Undying Lands. And with the event going on, we got these Sumes that are finding their way in here, and they're not easy. I ran into one before just doing a regular dungeon, and he killed 3 of my guys before I was able to take him down. So if you run into one, throw everything you got at him and hope for the best. Alright, so team-wise, we are going to start off. We're going to do our lead with Ella again, just so that in the event that we want to use her blood ritual, we'll have that available. Followed up with Cobalt, then Yasmin, and then William to taunt. Didn't bring any revived potions. That's, like I said, that's been kind of my MO. Don't want to use potions if I don't have to. Don't want to use friend heroes if I don't have to, so. Alright, I'm guessing these guys won't be too tough to start with, but being that I am at level, you never really do know. Going to blue guy first so that I can basically, if I have to, I can kill the red guy with William. So that's what I like to see. So really I just have to work on getting Cobalt ascended so that I can get some energy back on that. Then he'll have just kind of an endless supply of skills, which is going to make him extremely useful. So if you've seen him in some of the boss mode videos, that's kind of how he rolls. You just kill everything, get all that energy back. So, alright, so let's try and pick on the lowest guy here. Wasn't going to kill him. I think I'll kill him with Yasmin actually, so let's try one of the tougher guys with Cobalt. Didn't kill him. Alright, so now we have the case of, are these guys going to do single based attacks or are they going to do AoEs? It's probably best if I taunt just to be safe, even though I could have killed this one guy over here. So William alone should be retaliating and killing these guys, which is what I like to see. So he still takes some damage, definitely more than Stonefist. You can definitely see it. And he's susceptible to burning and freezing and such like that. So we do have to keep a little bit closer eye on him as far as healing goes. But I think in the scheme of things, I think he's going to be a great addition to the team. I was really thinking that Cobalt would be able to one-shot better, but it's possible I might need to increase his crit rating. I need to get a heal in there is what I need. Taunt is probably going to go down on this turn. Nope, we still got one turn, which is good because this Torchy will have an elemental disadvantage. His name is Count Rend, basically Torchy's little cousin. We'll daze him a little bit. That should stop him in his tracks. Cobalt's skill is not up yet. We'll heal William. We should be able to use his Guardian Strike's not up yet. That's kind of surprising. I don't know if somebody reset my energy or if it's just that high of a cooldown. Alright, so we are going to Blood Ritual on Cobalt. Give us some extra attack and crit. Might actually kill him on this turn. Nope, I guess he's a lot tougher than he looks. I'm going to have to keep an eye on Guardian Strike moving forward. Maybe William just has high energy costs, and that's why I've never used him in my main account. I'll have to go back to my notes to see what that looks like. But we got through it just fine, so we're alright. Get my first Sume token. Sume is going to be a great one to get early on as well. He's one of the first heroes that I actually ever farmed, and I got him to 6 stars as fast as humanly possible, and he was pretty amazing. And then those that are familiar with the game will realize that they nerfed him at some point. It really disappointed a lot of people. But basically his Savage Fury was really awesome when he first came out, or when he was newer, I guess. He might have been in the game right from the very start. I don't know if he ever truly, technically, quote unquote, came out. But yeah, the Savage Fury was amazing back in the day. And now they switched it to only when he's less than half health, which was a shame. Alright, I guess this is a dungeon where having the reptile team would have been great so that you could get that taunt before the fast heroes come up, but I'm going to have to heal just to get some health back. We'll taunt. Guardian Strike only has 5 for cooldown, so I think wherever I was on the last one, somebody must have reset my energy or something, because I don't feel like I only did 2 turns to get up to that boss fight. where that skill wasn't reset, unless I really, really, really miscounted. We're going to save Cobal's AoE for a more difficult room. Yeah, since it's a short dungeon, we don't want to waste his AoE on the non-boss room. So hopefully William can survive this. It'd be nice if William had some life leech, because then every time he attacked these guys, he'd get a little bit of his health back. But like I said, there's that Leprechaun Sume. That's not what I'm looking forward to. So I'm hoping he's strong enough where he can kill those other two cronies there. And really, I just have to pour everything I got on him, which he did what I expected him to do. I think in the interest of just getting through this, I'm actually going to call a friend hero. Oh, maybe not. I don't have much in terms of friends heroes. Guess it's this guy here. Poison him. That might help a little bit. I was thinking about just calling on my level 35 buddy there and whittle him down, but I'm going to have to do this the hard way. So he's dazed right now. I'm going to disease him as well. Hopefully that prevents him from hurting me too much, but he's the same as any other Sume, so he's got his Soul Shred, removes my buffs, and he's got, I think he even has the other ones, the Double Chop and the Spreading Panic, so we're in for a ride here. Alright, so let's attack him here. Actually, we're going to have to use some potions here, I think. Just to get by this guy. Normally he wouldn't be an issue, but he's not normally in dungeons either, so I heal here. Kind of throws a wrench in my normal dungeon progression. Realistically, this wouldn't happen when we're running through this dungeon, but adds for a little bit of extra excitement. Alright, finally use my Guardian Strike. Didn't hardly do any damage. I kind of wish I would have brought Nitpick along with me now. I'm going to save that Blood Ritual for a heal, because it's very evident that I'm going to need it with hardly doing any damage. And I'm not going to use it on William because he won't be able to crit against Sume anyways. So I'll use it on Cobal, and he can use his Pandemic Swarm and hopefully hit him for a big chunk of damage. But his Soul Shred's going to be coming back up again too. So, and my guess is he's got that Savage Fury too. So once, yeah, he's gonna be enraged pretty soon. It's not gonna be pretty, and he's gonna be enraged right when he gets his Soul Shred up too. This is like fighting our own little mini boss, really. If I can last one more turn, I'll be able to daze him. Alright. Let's get this taunt up. Alright, daze it's probably not going to kill him, but it'll at least protect me for one more round. And we still have to get into the actual main boss too. So we have one potion left, which I wasn't planning on using any of the potions, but we got Ella's twin sister here, Demora. So kind of a little bit of sisterly love here. I better heal William just to keep him topped off. His taunt is going to go down anyways, so. But he'll get caught with the group heal with everybody else. I think she's going to go down much easier than the Leprechaun Sume does, so that's reassuring. But any of the other dungeons that have him in there, it's going to make for a really challenging dungeon without a fire hero. And we're actually already topped off too. We don't need anybody to have heals here. That's where the taunt comes in handy. Alright, we'll go ahead and use our blood ritual. This should be not too many turns now. Although she must be highly resistant to disease. She is a tough one. But we'll get some taunt on her and get a little bit of retaliation damage that should take her out. So Augustus would be helpful as a healer right now since he's got that extra damage towards demons. He'd be a good one to have along here, but Yasmin's going to be one of your best healers, not just now, but throughout most of the game. So she's going to stay in my rotation for quite some time until we get to dungeons that don't allow nature, or not nature, but water, or something where I just need, somebody else, like if it's in an all-nature dungeon where they're going to do heavy damage to possibly her or William. Should be just about dead. There she goes. Okay, so we've now wrapped up the first 2 dungeons of Chapter 8. I'm actually going to stop here. We'll do the last 3 dungeons of Chapter 8 in the next video. So stick around. We'll have that shortly. Thanks.